That was me. I accidentally turned off Paranormal Short Session 12. So, anyway, let's start all over. This is Paranormal Short Session 12 by Keith Evans. I'm at the grave of Dr. John Gorrie, and today is Tuesday, 17th May, 2022. I'm going to be using my Obelisk 5B. If you're not familiar with that, ghosts and spirits, theoretically, ghosts and spirits can use their energy to choose words from the Obelisk 5B. My question for Dr. John Gorrie today is the book Fever Man says that your motivation for developing mechanical air conditioning and mechanical refrigeration came from wanting to save the lives of people that had yellow fever. You had noticed that after a bad summer storm that came through and temperatures lowered after that, I guess a cold front came through after the storm, and you had 4 or 5 patients with yellow fever and they all survived. And you felt the fact that the temperature cooled down and, the environment back then, the environment outside was your environment pretty much inside. So you feel that led to the survival of people that had yellow fever. Am I right? Is the book right about that your decision was motivated by that? All right, I'm going to turn on the obelisk. The obelisk is on, but you have to choose one of the icons, and the icon for ABC is what allows ghosts and spirits to choose words. I'm going to come over here in the shade so I have better vision. Maze Hunt. M-A-Z-E-H is maze. H-U-N-T. Is that hunt or hunt? No, H-U-R-T. Hunt. Maze Hunt. You felt it was like a maze and that the yellow fever was hurting people? My back is still doing good, Dr. John Gorrie. It's not as bad as it was when I asked you for assistance in healing it 2 weeks ago. You or any other ghosts or spirits that applied their energy towards that. But at times it still does hurt. Like when I go to stand up, I'll feel it. When I go to lay down in bed, if I change positions while I'm laying down, I'll feel it. But it's a lot better than what it was 2 weeks ago. So thank you, Dr. John Gorrie, and thank you, the ghosts of spirits, with your healing energies. Well, maze and hurt. I would say, I guess it's an enigma when you're trying to figure something out that no one has figured out before. And I think that Dr. John Gorrie used his observations to see that, you know, some patients got better on their own, but some patients actually passed away. So during this time where the temperature cooled off, he noticed that all the patients got better. And, put 2 and 2 together, cool temperatures, patients surviving the fever. That was Dr. John Gorrie's ideal, that he could actually help save lives by having an environment where the patient could be artificially cooled, or at least the patient's environment could be artificially cooled. And that's why he came up with the invention for the mechanical refrigeration and mechanical air conditioning. Without him, we'd be sweating today, huh? I'm not getting that many words. I'm not sure why. I can show you the shade tree again. This is the majestic shade tree that is towards, I guess you could say, the southeast corner of Dr. John Gorrie's grave. And then there's one towards Not exactly in the, say, northwest corner, but close to it. That's the one I usually stand under where I get a lot of words. I usually stand right about there because in the late afternoon, mid to late afternoon, that's usually where the shade is. And with the Obelisk 5, it's very hard to see the screen if you're in like a lot of sunlight. So over here it's like patchy sunlight, and you get like a more or less mirror image. But if you're in total shade, you can see the screen really good. All right, if Dr. John Gorrie is not available today, I know he's probably a busy man. Would anyone else like to communicate with me? Does anyone else have a question for me? Well, I'm going to do my best to attempt to get some communication coming in, but like I say, it's really not the paranormal investigator that makes anything work. It's the cooperation from the ghosts of spirits. Are they willing to communicate with you that day? Are you saying something interesting? I guess I've been on the topic of the book Yellow Fever, and maybe they're sick and tired of hearing about that. So, there must be a ghost or spirit in the area that has a question for me. Any questions good? If I remember correctly from the book, it was around the summer of 1841 when Dr. John Gorrie was at least treating 4 or 5 patients with yellow fever, and all of them after it wasn't a hurricane, but it was a bad storm with high winds and lots of rain. And after that, the summer temperatures cooled down, and all the patients that he was treating survived. So that's where he put observation to work and decided that if all patients could have a storm come in and have cool weather, their chances of surviving would increase. So that's why you should always observe your environment and always be willing to make changes. There's some talking in the background. I don't know if my speaker can pick it up or not, but it's not paranormal. Well, I'm not getting any more words, so I'm inclined to stop for today and spend my time wisely when I'm getting a lot of paranormal activity. So this has been Paranormal Short Session 12 by Keith Evans at the grave of Dr. John Gorrie. And thank you again, Dr. John Gorrie, for everything you have done while you were alive and even after your death. Thank you for your developing of mechanical refrigeration and also mechanical air conditioning. Again, today is Tuesday, May 17th, 2022. I'd like to thank everyone for watching my videos, and please subscribe, leave a message, and please like. Thank you. Have a good day.